Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 85 of Bird Squawk. Embarrassing! I'm spitting vitriol.
We were a little heated when he got home from work, but we'll try and keep that energy here. Well, we wanted to do this, and then who heck knows what was going on. Flacco's gone now. The press conference got delayed like an hour and a half, whatever. We're here. That doesn't matter. Minshew's QB2 now. We'll get to that in a little bit, but let's get to this game. 33-22 loss to the Raiders, and it is the first time this year that I was truly disappointed with the effort. Some people might say the Dallas game, I kind of was expecting that. I said last week this was a game I thought they could compete and maybe win. No, they look bad. We're back to where we were last year. There's a lot to cover today, but I don't know.
An epic failure. They locked you in that first drive. Oh, man, doing things crazy again. Getting up under center, running the ball, put together a beautiful first drive, and then it all went kaput. You know, I'm just embarrassed, disappointed. We look inept. We look like, did we make Derek Carr look like the next coming of...
I don't know.
Give me somebody.
I don't know.
He is not that good.
Yeah, but he's not bad either. I don't know. This guy, he's jumping off the cliff. He's on the board with you guys. The world's falling. Fire everyone. Stuff needs to change. And I'm kind of close with that. But I think I'm back. And if you don't like this, you can leave. But we're bringing up stuff from last year. Whatever. Because we're back to where we are last year. The coaching wasn't great. The quarterback play wasn't great. It's because it's the same roster, and the quarterback isn't it. I'm on board with him. I was hesitant last week to say I'm done with him, but I'm done with him. I don't think he's the answer. I don't really think it's completely his fault, but I have not seen anything that makes me have a little glimmer of hope that maybe he can build, because he's still inaccurate on wide open throws. He's run first, what he was always at Alabama. I remember this. This is all coming back to me. He's run first as soon as he has no pocket presence. He instantly gets out of the pocket, never stands into the pocket, doesn't make the routine throws.
Doesn't hand off the ball.
Yes, he was doing that earlier. And then at the end of the game, he tried to do too much and he wasn't handing it off again.
And I don't want any hate because we love the kid, man. We wanted this kid to succeed.
That's the thing.
We wanted this kid to succeed, and we were hoping he would succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody, and I don't want to go down this road, but anybody turn on that game last night and see the guy we gave up on.
I know people did. I put myself through it.
I want to say this. He gave up on us. So really, I don't like him. But you can see what happens with a line, a running game, and some ballers.
See, that's what I mean, though. That's where I'm at the roster. Because I agree, the coaching is not good right now. But the thing is, I am still willing to give Saucy the shot. I know people are done. You're done with Saucy, whatever. Yeah. I am still willing to give Saucy a chance. And I think this Flacco stuff, as not big as it is, it's big in the late season with Gardner Minshew. Like I said, we'll get into that. But I'm willing to give him the shot. And I'm willing, I don't know. The Gannon stuff is a little bit of an issue for sure. I don't know.
The guy didn't even know when to take a penalty.
Dude, we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that because whatever. They could have went for it. I get it.
I never thought, we're going back to Gannon. I never thought I'd miss Schwartz. God.
I just think this is where we were last year. This is where I am thought process. I think it's bad coaching, yes. I don't think the coaching is very good right now. But at what point, 2 years in a row now, with two different staffs, at what point do we look and say, hey, this roster is not good? And what do we go back to the original issue all off season, that it's the dude making the picks, it's the dude handling everything. It's back to the Howie, and I'm done with him.
The other thing that comes with all of this is now we got finger pointing. Now we got players coming out.
And
leaders lead, losers bleed. You know what I mean? Don't say anything, Fletch.
I know.
Just do your job. Do your job. That's what I love about, as much as I hate Belichick, that's what I love about Belichick. Everybody knows their role. Everybody does their job. If they don't do their job, They're gone.
That's the thing. That bothers me with Fletch. And I get in this city that you can talk if you want a title, but mostly in this city, it's what you've done for me lately. That was the big issue with everyone that got fired last year and got moved on from. What have you done for us lately? That last season was a disaster. We want you out. So Fletch, what have you done for me lately for talking like you're this? I know you make the Pro Bowl every year, but it's a publicity contest that no one gives a crap about. Where have you been? You've been on a milk carton and you want to talk, hey, I'm here to rush the quarterback, not play screens. You're here to play defense? And there's an issue right now.
$12 million.
Exactly.
$12 million. I don't see you giving any of that back.
Exactly. And it's
not
like it's not that deep. It just that frustrates me because that's when turmoil starts. You obviously know you have a young coaching staff. We see that. So let's make it harder on them by starting to criticize them publicly.
That stuff needs to be kept
That's
in-house.
stuff that people.
In-house.
That's stuff that Negadelphia feeds off of.
Fuels
that
the media.
yes, that
Fuels them.
feeds them.
Runs wild with that stuff.
That doesn't help.
You know?
And I get you're frustrated, and I get everyone's frustrated, and I agree. Gannon and the defense is not good right now.
The one thing I did say though. And you hear this, and I feel like this is where Sirianni is right now. He's at the precipice of make a decision because you get this first-time coach, right? And then once what you hear from a lot of guys when it doesn't work out is they come back with a second chance, and they're like, man, if I ever get a second chance, I'm going to do it my way. I think there's some things he's overlooking, and there's some things that, like, you know, John's my buddy, Gannon. I love the guy. Hey, at the end of the day, you guys are both going to be unemployed if you don't get your crap together. So it's like, Saucy, it's time to look in the mirror and say, my name is the one that's attached to everything in this organization. When it don't work, it's on me.
And he knows that. And the thing is, you can say that, and I agree with that statement, but we know that statement's not true. He's back next year. He's back next year. And I'll bring it up to you because I said it's the roster. I brought this up earlier when you were saying, what were we, 4-12 last year? We're going to finish similar to last year because it's the same roster. And I'm willing to bet that they're going to win 2 games. 2 games to get the same win total as last year. Because I think they beat Flacco and the Jets. And they beat, hopefully, the Lions next week.
I think the Lions roll us this week. I really do.
I've been saying
sorry to say that.
No, but the thing is,
I think
I've been saying every week since the Lions game's been getting close, they are better than their record.
I think that Lions
they're
coach
a good team.
Sees a lot of hungry kneecaps coming this week, and he's going to be chewing on.
They're not a good team, but they are due. And of course, we're going to Detroit with them due for a win.
They are so due.
Yeah.
So due. And just what the doctor ordered, we roll in the Eagles.
Of course.
But, you know, the other thing, though, that really, you know, it's like, okay, so the roster. I'll give you the roster.
Hey,
but we're going to have
broken record about the roster. Linebackers, carry on.
We're going to have a whole bunch of picks. But what are we doing at quarterback?
Well, that's
we're going to give those all up to get a quarterback.
That ruined today because we've been saying for the last 2 weeks, I hate talking about the draft this early, but we're going to have 3 top 15 picks. And I said linebacker, corner, safety. That's what should be. But I knew they're now going to go in and either go and acquire a Russell Wilson type guy, or they're going to try and get a guy in a draft who there is nobody in the draft. And I am fully, as much as it would suck next year to have a gap year, I am fully on board with Gardner just doing the same thing that this is going on next year.
I can't do this again next year.
But it's going to
do it.
Okay, so but the thing is, we get a quarterback. This is what it's going to be. We know the quarterback is not the issue because we ran one out of town and we can see he's playing well. And this so-so stat packer who just gets freaking stats in the fourth quarter because he can't throw over 100 yards before the fourth, so then no one plays defense, so then he gets all these stats and he's top 10 in stats in the league. He has the most yards. He's up there with the top quarterbacks. Yeah, because by the time he's getting these stats, the game's over.
But do we really in our right minds think that Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, anybody that caliber wants to come to Philly?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a trade. If we would trade for Russ, we would give those picks, and the Seahawks would take those picks.
You know, we talk about roster, right? Roster on defense, total crap. right?
The thing
But
is,
the offense, we have players.
and the thing is, overall,
We're not
the
hitting them.
roster,
We're not
overall,
bad
the roster
passing.
really isn't terrible, but it's bad in key positions.
Brady could win with this roster.
No.
Brady could win with this
Maybe,
roster.
because I really don't think the O-line has been terrible. I don't think it's been great, but it's the same O-line said quarterback was working with last year, and no one wanted to hear that excuse.
It's what we talked about last week. Is it Sirianni or is it Jalen?
Dude, well,
or is it the roster?
It's a mix of both, but what I said is Saucy has these plays that are supposed to be easy plays, and the key example was when they got that interception. First play out of the interception. Nice play action. Devontae Smith slant like 10 yards open from the cornerback. And Jalen doinks, like freaking throws it into the ground. Bounces it, like clean pocket, whatever. You can't do that because now you're behind the chains. Now you're going to throw. If you don't want to throw that many times, you have to stay ahead of the chains.
And we touched on it, but I don't get why he pulls the ball out and runs for 5 yards.
Every time.
I don't get it. Or there's an opportunity to go for the first down, and he slides 3 yards before the
That
first
one
down.
annoyed me a little bit yesterday because I know that got said quarterback in trouble a lot, but he had a gutsy run like that last night, and you're down like 14 and you slide, and then you get then the Kelsey thing happens when he gets like if you put your head down and get that first down, that doesn't happen. And I get that's not a safe play, but sometimes the game calls for you to do that. Put your head down and bury it because I know he can do that.
As the frustration mounts, something I said last night is who put us in this position? Jeffrey and Howie.
Yeah, the track record.
And I hope they're happy watching this draft because it's almost getting to the point that you can't even watch it anymore.
Dude, recent draft picks. I know this is something we've gone over. They've nailed on Devontae Smith. They got lucky with that one. Then you had Rager. He's a bum. He is a bum.
He's a bust.
He is done. He is so done. I was willing.
Arcega, Whiteside, and him can go
play. Arcega and him, done. Andre Dillard, you're trying to trade him every other minute. Great. He's really helping our team.
Yeah.
You have those guys that you just completely miss on. And that sets I don't want to make this because this is a really bold claim. Very bold claim. But that Jalen Hurts pick last year is a pick we're going to look back at the next 5 years that this is why we are where we're at.
Yeah.
Because we took that pick and ruined everything.
It wasn't a need.
Nope.
It wasn't a need, and it blew up everything. Everything blew up.
Because as bad as it was last year, and as much as we were calling for Doug to be fired, and we thought things needed to move, where we are sitting right now, I would have ran it back with Doug and Carson and see what would have happened.
I felt the same way sitting there yesterday watching that. I missed Doug.
And some
Haagen-Dazs, because this is just, it's terrible. It's terrible. And it's frustrating, and it's, mark my words. I hope I am not on here next week, but I do believe the Lions are going to beat us. I have that feeling.
It's going to be very close.
I felt bad. I felt so bad for all the Eagles fans that traveled because,
it was bad.
What a fan base we have. And they went out there, spent some big bucks.
Yeah.
And that's what they got to watch.
Yeah, I felt bad when I was sitting
and then
sad.
Then you think about it. You think back, it wasn't a short week. It was 10 days. 10 days we had to prepare for this. And, we talk about Gannon. If you watch the game, Carr was going to the line multiple times. He called out, we're good. We're good. He knew exactly where the coverage was going to go every play.
Yeah, they didn't have Waller, and they were still thrashing us. I thought, they don't have Waller. Maybe that'll be good for us. It didn't make a difference. It's just...
And we do commit to run, and Miles, made of glass, gets hurt.
I know.
I hate to say that.
I know. It
but
sucks.
But dude, we finally want to lean on you.
And then, I know that's you can't control that, but
freak accident, whatever.
Yeah, but he has a track record. As much as
said Other
quarterback,
players
yep.
had an injury history.
And no one wanted to hear that.
And we're not making it about anything. We're just saying it.
Yeah.
We feel like it's a repeat of last year.
Yeah.
What we're going through.
Oh, it is. And that's why I think
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I am the most frustrated that I've been in a long time. I mean, as a season ticket holder, I am embarrassed right now.
It's bad.
On what we bank the future.
Yes.
Sirianni, I'm not seeing what did he say for 2 days in an interview that made you go, he's the guy. I'm not seeing it.
I don't know.
God, please prove me wrong.
The verdict is still out, in my opinion, on Sauce. The verdict is done on Jalen. But
done. One year done.
Before we leave,
we're gonna rebuild. Let's rebuild again.
Before we leave here,
let's be the Browns.
Before we leave here, I said earlier in the show, and we pushed it back to here, the Flacco thing doesn't seem like a big deal, but Gardner is now active. He was never active on game day. He's going to be active now. He's going to be the backup quarterback. It leaves the door open for possibly seeing him. And I know.
Here we go. Do we want to go through another quarterback thing again?
Yeah, but the thing is,
do we want to deal with that again?
The thing is, to me,
this side for Jalen.
Yeah, but the thing is, this shouldn't be as dramatic as last year, because I don't think people should have as much invested in Jalen that some people do. Some people already have crowned him.
Oh yeah, there are some complete
people are
Jalen
truly believing he is the guy, and that like people are where I was with Carson last year with Jalen in 10 games.
They're blinded, and they're gonna keep going back to it's only his 10th game. Well, if you haven't
and it's the coaching,
seen enough,
and that's what you didn't want to hear that last year.
I don't know how many games it's been for Burrow, but is there a difference between Joe Burrow and freaking Jalen? Is there a difference between Herbert and Jalen?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I love the kid. I totally love the kid. But it's the same crap every week. I got to fix it. I got to do better. It ain't getting fixed.
Yeah, his like melancholy, I like that he stays mellow, but sometimes it just seems like he's uninterested. It just seems like he doesn't care sometimes, and I know he does.
I think he cares. I just
but his attitude sometimes is just like it's a robot. It's like, give me a little bit. All right.
I saw one good quote yesterday. I'll just leave it with that. The best coach in college football history thought he was a backup.
I mean, it played itself out. We'll see what happens. We'll be back here, and hopefully, it is a win next week, and we do not continue to plummet in the dumpster fire of the NFL as we get closer to it. But we'll be back on Wednesday, as always. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squawk. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly Eagles fly.
Go Birds.